the relationships of the girls and how they act towards each other, they show they're quite hostile in places. And I don't think that's how we should act. I think we should be much more open and choose our friends by their personality and how we get on, rather than their looks and how they dress, or like what their hairstyle is, what their hair colour is, whether they're short, tall. That's not how you should decide your friends. And I think the friendships in the play evolve because that's how they choose their friends. They choose them based on their looks or how they act. And that's not... Yeah, I think that's wrong. And at our age, I don't think that should be how society works, but it is. And that's kind of stupid, but never mind. Okay, why is the play relevant to modern day issues? Oh my goodness, okay. Social media. Our lives revolve around social media. My phone is constantly popping up with stupid Instagram messages or Facebook messages, and I'm like, yes, okay, I enjoy like having conversations with my friends, but it's also that kind of thing where I'm a bit like, wait a minute, our lives don't have to revolve around social media. I mean, they do, and going a day would be kind of hard without it, because it's a way of communicating. It's our only way of communicating. Without phones, without iPads, computers, whatever, we'd end up going back to like Victorian era, where we wrote letters, and I don't think our day and age could be bothered to do that. It's all like how many comments you get, how many likes you get, who likes your photos on social media, and it's not like, I don't think based on what we put on social media, that's our lives, that's what we choose to do with it. I don't think we should be judged for that. I don't think the hierarchy, as it were, of school or jobs, workplaces, outside of school, friendships, relationships, I don't think that should be based on how our lives revolve around social media. The popularity and hierarchy is all very relevant. It's schools, workplaces, it's everywhere. And the friendship groups. Sometimes you think people are your friends, and then they're not. And that really bugs me. But I could be here all day rambling about that, so I'm not going to. And the whole looks and personality thing. Some people choose friends, relationships with looks over personality. They don't see into the person. They just see on the outside and go, no, don't like that person. Actually, yeah, that person's kind of fit. I'm going to be friends with them. And I don't think that's how we should choose what we do with our life. I mean, our social and media accounts and what we put on them determine our lives. I've been told numerous times, like, be careful what you put on Facebook or what you put on Instagram, because future managers or, like, employees or whatever will look on your Facebook account or whatever and be like, oh, well, she put that photo on there, or that's not a particularly good comment. I don't think I want to hire this person. And that's our lives. That's not... We choose what we put on our... I'm not making sense. We put our stuff on social media because we want to. It's our lives. We do what we want to with them. And I don't think... Yeah, okay, some people don't necessarily put things on social media that should be there. But that, again, that's my opinion. That's me judging them. And I probably shouldn't. But it's how we work. It's how society lives and determines what goes on. We are quite often rated for how we look, not how we act or who we hang out with or whatever. And in my view, and I could be being biased here, women are often objectified by specifically men by our looks and what we wear, and if we wear like things that show more skin than we should, or like it affects our lives both online and offline, like friendships and stuff. But then you can also get people who send messages over text or direct message, Facebook, whatever, that are like, oh yeah, you look really hot in that. And then there are other people who are like, oh, why are you being such a slut? Why are you being such a slut? And I think things like that is like, well, that's exactly what the play's about. It's, well, our beginning scene is basically we're all calling Scarlet a slut, scat, hoe, prossy, whore, slag, tramp, slapper, whatever. A list of names that people call girls to insult them. And I don't think that's something that should be widely publicised, but it is a very, very relevant piece of theatre. I love it. Initial ideas for staging and design / how we're going to do it and whether I actually have any ideas, which is nonsense because I have tons, and I could be here for ages, but I won't. Okay, so I'm kind of going to steal a couple of ideas from Miss B, stars. Phones, iPads, iPods, whatever. I think we need to use them, because the whole play would not be the same without them. It revolves around social media. It revolves around having phones, having iPads. And another potential idea was to have Scarlet as an inanimate object. So although we're all saying Scarlet's lines, for instance, if we had Scarlet as a phone, we look directly at the phone as we're saying Scarlet's lines to make it look as if that's what the inanimate object is saying, basically. And I think that's quite a Brecht idea. It's not naturalistic anyway. So yeah, I thought that would be quite a cool thing to do. And I'm sort of stealing this from Miss B / Amy again, soz. Is the graffiti idea. So our first scene is the slag, slut, scat, hoe, prossy, whore, tramp, slag, whatever. I probably repeated that like 3 times. And we have them like graffitied in different colours and really make them really obvious that that's our point, and like that we have them across the back of the stage or something, or in lights, to make it really obvious that this is how we want them to portray how the rest of the play is going to go on. I also think, and we've discussed this in rehearsals and everything, the use of chairs to make the school car life, basically, and make it more of a friendly atmosphere. So we can all, like, a group of friends, like, sitting around a cafeteria bench chatting, or like in a classroom or something. So yeah, I think that would be really cool. But I love it, and I really want to do the whole play. But I can't, so Miss B, please, can we do it next year? So yeah, I think it's so relevant, and I'm so looking forward to doing it, and